Hello, very different video for you all. Yes, this is the Spa circuit in Belgium, the karting circuit, inside the bigger Spa circuit, you know, that is well known for its F1. This is not Team Sport Warrington, so if you think this is Team Sport Warrington, for whatever reason, it's not. I am racing with SRK Southern Rental Karting League members and stuff. I've come across here with Tommy Lee next to me on my right, Alex Wentworth, who's currently in 4th, and Ollie Bailey, who is in 5th or 6th, I believe. So we had 3 heats leading up to this grand final. I came 4th, 5th and 1st. Unfortunately, forgot to press record on the race where I came 1st, and the other races were, I mean, they could have been better. The karts were varying quite a bit. Currently I'm in kart 23, Tom is in kart 5, the kart that I set the fastest lap of the day in prior to this race. And yeah, let's just see how it goes. Now I'm weighing 67 kg there or whereabouts. I get completely left for dead on the start. Even young Henry just whips past everyone. This was an open class because well, me and the people I went with, we wasn't bringing ballast across on a plane, either, you know, just a lead seat insert or something. I only needed 13 kilo, but the other drivers in my team needed, well, one person needed a lot of weight, shall we say. That just wasn't worth paying extra baggage and stuff. So yeah, we're racing open class. There's a lot of featherweights in this race. I did not expect to even get a podium after seeing who was actually racing in this class. I was probably one of the heavier, if not the heaviest, racer currently on the track. So yeah, very surprising. You can see my top end speed here is formidable. I tried going down the inside of my teammate kind of, and yeah, that was just a proper racing incident. Not really anything that could have been done differently there. I went down the inside with the speed I was taking. The gap was obviously there. The person on my left went round the outside and then just filtered into the line that he was trying to take. And then all of a sudden he didn't really have anywhere to go. He clipped me and somehow ended off the track and in the gravel, which, to be honest, I've watched that clip a lot of times now to understand what happened, and it's just amazing how he flies off the track with such, I would say, little contact, to be honest. But enough of that talk. Oh, the yellow flags are out now. I wonder why. Oh yeah, that might be because my friend is currently in the gravel being recovered by the staff member on his quad bike. He did say these Sodi RT20s were heavy. I think it took both of them to lift out the gravel. That gravel was not to be messed with. There was a few instances where people went through the gravel and it was like rocks, like smacking your visor. So fortunately, the visor I was using was already a little bit well worn after my T-side endurance race. Lots of stone chips went on, and tear-off visors just aren't compatible with my helmet because it is about 7 years old now, probably. Still a nice helmet. Don't really want to get rid of it. I've used it for a long time. The rest of this race is literally me thinking, can I get to second place from where I'm at? And then I'm noticing through a lot of the top end straights, like this one, and my grip I had in comparison to Henry here in front of me, because I sit further back as I'm taller, I had more grip coming out the corners. It's clear as day, you can see that. Henry sat further forward, so when he turns, his back end loses more grip than what he probably wanted. Though I'm now thinking I can probably capitalise on this, and I'm already gaining on him. So I'm right behind him. Then the exit speed and the weight difference obviously in his favour. And it just keeps going back to me getting right on the rear of his bumper to maybe grazing his back bumper, tapping him a tiny bit like that, and then he just shoots off again. Bit of rinse and repeat. I was trying to figure out a way to get past him nicely. So you'll see now that he knows that I'm here. He's guarding his corners, defending pretty well in that aspect. I then spend the next lap or two just dummying. Like, I know he's looking over his right shoulder, left shoulder. I'm dummying him to make him make a mistake. It does actually work out for me. I'm not entirely sure what happens to him, but you will see maybe in the next lap or two. But yeah, he's constantly looking behind him. He knows that I am here, and there's nothing he can do really but defend for his life or just crumble under the pressure, which unfortunately he ends up being pressured. That's how I see it anyway. So I'm right on his rear bumper. I'm getting out of his slipstream because when he's ducking, it's like there's no one in the car. Like, he is quite a small kid, so I wasn't really benefiting from anything. There was no wind blockage when he bent down, and I bent down behind him. I didn't feel like I was benefiting. I'm still trying to dummy occasionally. I tap him. He's trying to defend more narrow in all his turns. He sees me here. He now knows the guy to his right as well. Yep, here is 4th place. 4th place wasn't really an issue for me. My issue was I had more pace than Henry at this point, and I was just trying to find an appropriate time to get past him without being dirty. If anyone knows me, I'm not a dirty driver. Now this is where Henry makes a costly mistake, I believe. He's got his head down, he's checking to his right, and I believe he was focused that much on me that he just drove off the track to the left. Like I said, it was probably entirely down to him knowing I was there, worried about how fast I was on the straight. Didn't really speak to him much about the incident. You know, he flew all the way to Belgium just like I did. It must have been quite a nerve-wracking final race for that distance that we've all flown and driven. Do you know what I mean? And then pressure just got the better of his nerves, maybe. So yeah, don't really know what happened. After watching the clip, it looks like he just had his head down for too long and lapsing concentration, and he just drifted to his left, and before we knew it, his front wheel was on the grass and then his entire car was on the grass. Yellow flag's out. He's now on the right side of the grass because he hit the grass on the left and went across to that part of the grass, and unfortunately he ends up being a lap down at the end of this race. I was kind of enjoying our little battle, Henry, if you watch this video. And it was just very unfortunate to see you lose the position the way you did. Again, I wasn't driving the car, so I can't say that happened, this happened. That's down to him, and he knows exactly what happened. I don't. I'm not saying anything. Just a strange situation that I witnessed on my camera. So currently 2 things this race: me taking out my friend. Well, I'll be honest with you, I really don't think I had anything to do with what I did. I did nothing wrong. It's just the track and the turn right, it just comes up so fast, and he got squirrels into the middle, and he just got very unfortunate with the way he rebounded off my car and then ended up off track. I'm now knowing, you know, I'm probably near 9 minutes into the race. Tommy is miles in front. I'm not catching Tommy. Tommy is literally one of the fastest racers I know. He sits relatively far forward, and his aggressive driving style just works for him. So he prefers to have less grip on the rear wheels, but then when he comes out of the corner, power sliding, as some people do, he just manages to benefit from that and maintain high speed. And I don't know, I don't really know how to say it, it just works for him. I've never seen it work for anyone else the way he does for him, but he's clearly mastered the way he sits and stuff. Yeah, you can see there, he's to my right, so he's easily, at this point, probably 8 seconds or something in front of me. There's no way I'm catching him unless he gets very unfortunate, gets a puncture, clips something, spins out. It's never going to happen. I think I've only seen Tommy maybe crash once, and I don't think that was his fault either. For a 16-year-old boy can drive, he's in a different league. I've raced with Tommy a lot, and I respect him a lot. Nobody I know of his age comes close to his talent of driving rentals and his own car. So yeah, got nothing else to say on Tommy apart from he's an exceptional racer. Unfortunately, my other friends, Alex Wentworth and Ollie Bailey, Alex ended up being like nearly 2 laps down, I think, at the end of the race. I might wave to Tommy here. No, I definitely wave to Tommy on one of the laps. Maybe the next lap. I can see that I'm not really gaining on him and I'm not really losing much time, so I feel like I know now that this car is probably similar in comparison. As I was saying, Alex ended up like 2 laps behind. Ollie Bailey ended up with a puncture after he made a move on someone. So yeah, he might have come off early because there was absolutely no point of him carrying on. And that's just how the cookie crumbled for a few of my friends on this very race. I did get a very nice second place custom trophy. I'll see if I can find a picture. I'll upload it to the end of this video. If anyone follows me on Instagram, they can see I've uploaded it there, along with the race results. But yeah, it's literally all I've got to say for this video. Oh, there you go. I waved at Tommy. I knew I waved at him at some point. He has like tunnel vision though. Once he's in race mode, he is looking at the track. This guy has the concentration of an Ironman. Doesn't crumble under pressure. He just races as if he's racing on his own for the entire duration of the race. So yeah, there's 3rd and 4th place behind. I'm gapping them as every lap goes on, so I know I'm comfortable now in my position. I just can't afford to make a stupid mistake. If anyone wants to analyse my laps, they'll probably see that a lot of my laps are very similar. There was one thing that I was nailing. So through the chicane here, if you clip the first curb and then totally avoid the second curb, it stopped you from drifting far left, and you got a really powerful exit. In the lap starting just before my friend was driven off track, taken off track, you can see that I got a real good exit speed because I didn't touch that second curb, unlike the driver on my left. So yeah, I'll leave the video and the commentary short. You can watch the rest of it, but I do finish second. There is nothing else to watch apart from me going around the track very smoothly. 3rd and 4th place, still getting further and further away every time I go around. Not much, but you can tell. The super view on a camera angle, you can see a lot more in the footage playback than you can in real life, because obviously I don't live with super view vision, nor does anyone else, unless there's a really rare medical condition for that. But no, this was a very fun day. Big thanks to Diego, SRK Admin, shall we say, who organised this event. Well ran, absolutely no issues on the day, and it was just a good experience to get out the country, race somewhere that could potentially be once in a lifetime. Hopefully we race somewhere else in the future. If Diego's probably already got plans. I'm pretty sure I saw something on Facebook where he said he might have some ideas. Now, myself is considering racing a 30-hour endurance race in Spain, Malaga, October next year. It's not been confirmed yet. Well, I mean, the race has been confirmed. It happens every year. In terms of team, I've confirmed nothing. Don't really know how to get this one sorted, because I'm probably sacrificing T-side this year, as there is only just over a month difference. So to do a 24-hour endurance at T-side and then a 30-hour endurance in a very hot country in October is going to require a lot of effort, and with my workload and my disability, that may cause issues. So yeah, not entirely sure about that one yet, but we'll see how it goes. That's all I've got to say. The end of this video is coming up probably in the next minute or so, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in some more outdoor video karting places, however you want to say it. Like I said, we could have the camera on top of our head here, they didn't care, whereas in the UK, for some reason, we're just not allowed. Don't know why, don't think it makes a difference. If anything, I think it's more dangerous in indoor karting than it is outdoor, in case it comes off. But yeah, hopefully I'll get out. I think I'm going to try and do some Club 100 this year. Obviously, I will do all of Northern Rental Karting League's races. If anyone wants any more information about NRKL, as it's being ran by Tom Gibson, Team Sport Warrington manager, one of the managers, then drop a comment below and I will get you some information. And yeah, that will be a very interesting league, seeing as SRK, Southern Rental Karting, already have theirs up and running, very successful. We want to do the same in the Northern Territories, and we will be doing just that. So yeah, drop me a comment below, and if you're interested, I will send you some information on it. That's the end of the race as the checker flag goes. Second place and Belgium. It has been a pleasure, and hopefully I'll be back soon.